when it's time to break, run for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott, running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, might play a parlay. It's the morning steal. Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
Final.
And a pleasant good morning to you from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show for Sunday, November the 10th. It's an NFL early morning Sunday, getting ready just moments away from kickoff in Germany here with 2-7 Giants and the 2-7 Panthers. Yeah, we can't flex out of these games. Sent our best over there. Probably going to stop running these games after they figure out the jig is up, sending all of our crummy games over there to across the pond here. We're going to have a pick for you in just a moment with the game, Giants and Panthers. Giants, 6.5 point favorite. I guess, they're playoff bound or something at this point against the lowly Panthers. So we'll get your picks here. Hello to everyone in the chat. Coming off an exciting day yesterday with our college football action and our MMA coverage. The guys did the best they could. Not with the bets, certainly did a great job, but with that awkward card yesterday and all those finishes and all the downtime, and things got a little loose on the stream last night. Hope you had fun watching the guys with the UFC coverage there from the Apex in Las Vegas. But a fun show last night. I enjoyed hanging out in the chat with you guys. And we made do with the card. We got through it. Did feel like it might have been, hey, if it was a moneymaker, that's all that matters. How about college football yesterday? Some exciting games. We've definitely found out some things here, too, as the weeks wind down here. And we get ready for the bowl season here soon and try to wrap up these conference championship game bids. But no doubt the headline is the Indiana Hoosiers 10-0 for the first time ever. They basically won 9 games in the last 3 years combined. So this is a big deal. They have a bye next week, and then it's to the to the horseshoe to take on Ohio State. Talk about a big game. We will have one here in college football. It's one thing to go to the big house. That's what I meant to say, to beat Michigan at home. I get it, but to play Big Blue and pull off the win, they didn't cover. It didn't look like they were probably ever going to cover. I guess they had a chance there to get one more touchdown there, but nonetheless, it's still a huge win for Indiana. Yesterday, we did have the premium pick winner, by the way, on the under, even though we tried to go lay those points here on the show yesterday. How about Ole Miss rocking Georgia there? Huge win, 5 field goals from Caden Davis, and it wasn't easy to kick those field goals. Georgia scored a touchdown in the third quarter, but we're outgained 400 to 250 pretty much. The Cardiac Canes couldn't come through last night. Miami got their first loss. They lost to Georgia Tech, and the momentum was there the whole time, it felt like, for Tech picking up that win yesterday. Missouri over Oklahoma. That one got loose late, didn't it? It was 16-all. late in the game. And then you had a defensive touchdown. Missouri tied the game, and then Missouri won with a defensive touchdown. That was a wild one. Missouri yesterday against OU. We had some premium pick winners here as well yesterday, including Kansas against Iowa State. We also had Navy to rock South Florida was a premium pick winner. We did have the under in Connecticut and UAB, wasn't a thriller. Also, Marshall and Southern Miss under. We gave you South Carolina and Vanderbilt under yesterday. San Jose State was a premium pick winner. Utah State and Washington State late was a winner. That one with the over. We had also Penn State to rock Washington, and they did. We took Mississippi State to get the money with those big double digits, so pretty decent day in college football. We saw Colorado beat Texas Tech yesterday. Pretty impressive win considering Kansas got off to that lead against Iowa State and held on yesterday as well. So exciting day there. Last night I watched UNLV get that win over Hawaii, but I heard Kanoa Leahy talk about Hawaii on one of the gambling channels, the play-by-play man for the Hawaii Rainbows, and he kind of gave out Hawaii. So I was interested in taking the points. I wish I would have heard that before I was with you guys, but I heard an interview with him day of the game, and the way he talked about it, I had to think that Hawaii was going to be live. How about that? It was just a bizarre ending with that targeting call. The player, how can I explain it? They had a player who had to sit out the first half for a targeting call, gets back in the game, and then he got ejected again. Got back, made a reappearance in the game and got kicked out of the game again. So, all right. And there was some good college basketball yesterday as well. We saw Baylor beat Arkansas. The Auburn game, of course, Auburn was going to come through, right? I mean, I tried to fit the storyline in there like everybody did with those players getting kicked off that flight and returning back home, but Auburn still got the win, so they're pretty deep, I guess. Memphis over Vegas. Grand Canyon only won by 2 over Western Kentucky, and Fordham over Seton Hall. Some other games. Let me say hello to everyone in the chat and get rolling with the show. We got to get our pick out there right now. I do have my premium picks up and available over at winnable.com. You can check me out over there with my best plays. I got 7 plays today for a couple of bucks, or you can get my weekly pass for $8 monthly for $19.99. Just let you know I got my best play in this game, for this game anyway, one of my 7 games today in the NFL over at Winnable. All right, let's say hello to some folks, and then we'll get started with the show, and I'll get the pick out here. Andrew G was here first to open up the doors for us. Thank you, Andrew. Looking good in that suit. I need a suit like that. Maybe I should wear a suit. Was it last week I came on with like I was wearing a collared shirt and everybody got bent out of shape and had to put on some better clothes because of me. I felt bad. I mean, I'm trying to come on here more casual, but maybe I should, and maybe I could, well, I'm already here at the Sports Money Network. Why would I go anywhere else? Truth Teller, hello and good morning. David Wallace is here. It's Ramon and Truth Teller, right? That's the show right here, right now. And he has a best bet too. How about it? Over 3.5 field goals. Says these offense, these two teams are so bad. So Truth Teller says, Truth Teller, I'm the Truth Seller. He's the Truth Teller. He says it'll go over 3.5 field goals in our game. Let's get these up there. I'll tell you right now. Maybe we should just preview the game real quick while we go through the comments, since we only have 10 minutes to go in that first game. And I'll say hello to everyone here, including Thomas Lewis. Good morning. Like and share, subscribe, thumbs up, comment. Sports money is money here. Futon Bets likes Chuba Hubbard. He signed that contract. He's got under 11.5 receiving yards, though. Maybe Chuba can come through. So the Giants a 6.5-point favorite. Man, can you believe it? I mean, what have they figured out here all of a sudden? I mean, we know the Panthers are probably the worst team in the league, but I don't know, where are the Giants? 31, 30, 29, wherever they're at. There can't be that much better than this club here, can they? Doesn't seem like it makes any sense, really. I mean, no matter how bad this team is, they still got Chuba Hubbard. And maybe Bryce Young could get something done out there. I mean, can't bag on this guy all the time. One thing he's got is some pro experience. Curtis, hello and good morning to you. And Jermaine, he had that under as well, or in that game with me. Yeah. Saquon to have a big one here. 1K is here. Mikey Money's here, checking up on me. And thank you, Mikey, for always preparing the show. Hey, I mean, I gotta tell you what, coming over here to the channel, you get some good service from the bosses. All right. Joe said he had a great time. There's Bobby Mack in the chat as well. And hey, yeah, I mean, why not here in Germany? Why not? Look, they play pretty good soccer in Germany as well. Public Enemy here today. We know there was some action. I just was watching an Italian league game here as I was getting ready for the action. It's a light day here, certainly. I think a little bit for some of the games here. What do we got left? Arsenal and Chelsea and the big one today in the EPL. There's 3 games underway right now, including Man U leading Leicester 1-0. Good games right now. Forest over Newcastle and Ipswich and Tottenham are scoreless. Earlier I watched Atalanta over Udinese, also going on right now. Bologna and Roma. Verona and Fiorentina going on. So Andrew's ready to go. I'm ready to go. Let's get the preview for this game, and then we'll do the commercial and blah, 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 and all that with the New York Giants on the they are technically on the road, and so are the Panthers. The Panthers are actually the home team designated in this game, and they're an underdog here by 6.5, and the total 40 in this one. Hey, just watch out, man. The Panthers are wearing, I see they're wearing their black pants here. You know, you look a little faster in black pants, so just consider that. This game being played, of course, in Munich. And let's take a look at this one. Carolina, of course, they're not, neither teams are very good. We know that. Carolina 1-5 straight up and against the spread their last 5 games right now. Also, Carolina's gone over in 7 of 9, but the Giants are opposite. They're an under team pretty much this season. So maybe you have to deal with the contrast there a little bit in this one. This is the first time all season the Giants have been favored in a game. So now you're going to expect them to cover a spread here? Well, look, I don't know if I can go that far. In fact, you look at the way this total has shaped up here at, I think that, is that right? 40 and a half. I better put a half on there right now. There we go. All right. The way this one is shaped up, the widely reported steam did come in on the under here in this one. It feels like one of those games is going to have some, short possessions, punts, and maybe have trouble getting into the end zone, right? Ugly teams sometimes have ugly games with ugly scores. I always say when we get these ugly games, right, it's going to be, 19-17, 18-15, some goofy score like that in the teens here. Maybe there could be some luck involved, but look, we got Tyrone Tracy. This guy's the next sensation, but he's no Chuba Hubbard, is he? Come on. I mean, Chuba Hubbard's got paid. He got the dollars coming here this week. And, Tyrone Tracy, while we all agree, he's looked terrific. He's supplanted certainly as the starting running back right now over Singletary, it looks like, for sure. He's a terrific looking back out there. But, still going to kind of overcome the flash in the pan status maybe here. I don't know if we're ready to, put this guy up there right now. Yeah, the Pittsburgh game was good, but he definitely came back down to earth in the Washington game, right, real quick. Like he's had some big games here. The Giants offense is in a pretty good position, certainly here, maybe to have an okay day. It's they really should have a much better day. You just wonder if they're good enough to have a good day against the weak Panthers defense. We talk about all the Panthers' woes on offense, but they can't stop the run. I got them last in the league, don't you, at stopping the run? And, so Tracy maybe could get off. And look, Jones has got a great matchup with his receivers and neighbors and Robinson here. But, they don't have the wherewithal to cover a number, it feels like to me. Now, for the Panthers, I think their matchup is pretty much neutral here in this one. I'm taking the under. I've got to think it's going to be a low, ugly score here with teams not being able to finish off drives. I think the Panthers maybe, I'm going to stick with my total as my play here, but come on, tell me the Giants can go over there across all the things that go on. Now, I'm not saying that, uh, covering a touchdown here isn't out of the question, but it's all that goes into going over here and playing overseas, right? I mean, there's a little bit of work that gets involved in that too. Let's see if you guys got a play. They're just about ready to kick off here in about 5 minutes, so you can put in a play in the chat if you want right now.
Final.
See if we agree or disagree, but I'm just going to take the under here. I wish it was 42, but I feel like 38.5 is probably the right number in this game. Let's see what we got here with you guys and see what's going on. And Jermaine's got some plays here. Gravy Bets, good to see you today. I was checking out your feed there. I enjoyed looking at your videos and everything. So I was doing a little research on my guy Gravy Bets. I said, I like this man. All right, Thomas likes the Giants here to roll today, but he does have Chuba on an anytime touchdown. Truth Teller says, I like over in the first half here, Panthers, getting those overs here going in the first half. All their games going over, he says right now. So, let's see here. Also, I want to say the Giants. Giants have allowed their team opponent to go over their team total in 3 straight games. How about Tyrone Tracy to get over 80 yards here in this one? All right. Joe says, talking about that show last night, right? I don't know if these guys caught it. I said the other night to Mike, I said, or maybe it was in the chat, I said, there's 102 people in here, whatever it was, and we're always fortunate. I'm glad to have 60 of you in here right now listening to me, as I'm also watching the ATP finals here with a nice match going on, actually, with Medvedev going up against Fritz here. But I was saying, man, these guys should have like 10,000 people watching them, or is it just me? Because they're like, I've got to know these guys a bit, but seems like it's pretty entertaining. All right, Truth Teller says also here with all these props there. So, all right, I'm just going to go with the under here right now. The widely reported steam came in on the under, and I'm going to roll with it too here at 40.5. Look, it's probably going to be right. I'm thinking 38 seems more realistic here as a total in this one. I don't deny that, with that bad Panthers run defense, that maybe Tyrone Tracy could run right through them here, but the Giants are 2-7, and they have the same exact record as the Panthers. So I'm expecting an ugly game here in this one. Look, the Giants can't use their tight ends probably here at all. Neither can the Panthers, I would guess, here in this one. So, all right, Cliff Floyd here as well. He's got the Giants to roll today. And look, they're playing the anthems here right now, so we got a couple of minutes before the start of the game. If you guys have anything going, I'll pop on the commercial here and talk about my picks for the day. But go ahead and check out the chat here if you want to put in another play or two before we get rolling here in this one. I'm much stronger on the side here. My play is up and available over at winnable.com. Might be too late by the time you get over there, but you can get all my plays over at Winnable here for Sunday. I've got 7 plays, including this game right now as my premium pick selections. today for just a couple of bucks over there. Get my top plays for the NFL. Coming off a pretty strong day in college football yesterday. Tailed off for sure at the end with the premiums, but for a while there, we were rolling some winners in the afternoon. I did put up a winning card in hockey last night at 2-1. The NBA kind of went a little haywire on me yesterday, but we did have premium pick winners in the NBA with the or I'm backwards there. NBA 2-1 yesterday.
Final.
Premium pick winners with the Brooklyn Nets on the road against the Cleveland Cavaliers. They did a great job yesterday. Did those money-making Nets and Raptors Clippers under again in a Clippers game. Easy money yesterday with a winner there. We also had in the NHL mediocre day for sure. But we did have the Capitals in that 8-1 win over the Blues. We also had the Rangers in the Wings game to stay under. And we had the Blue Jackets and the Kings game to go over. So, all right, check me out over at winnable.com and get my plays. You can have them direct text to you. Oh, did you guys already tell me that I had the wrong panel up here the whole time? I'm talking and looking around and reading my plays. So here's what it looks like when you go over to winnable.com, click the QR code in the lower right-hand corner of the screen, send you right on over to my little sales page there. These guys got a great platform. I've spoken to them personally, and they've actually congratulated me on my success, whatever that means. So thank you to the subscribers, I guess. They kind of had an onboarding after you reach a certain level of sales. And I guess I did that thanks to you guys. And really, it's not even about that, right? Because the plays are really just pennies on the dollar. I used to charge $25, $35, $45 a day for an NFL package of plays. Now it's like today, $3.75. So it's really just about your support for me here on Sports Money. I left that big old channel to come over here and be with a great group of guys. So that's what it's all about. Mike keeps talking about user supported here. Look, we have the super chats and all that, but this is how you support me here on the channel. Got to be honest with you, it's my deal with Mikey, but it's awesome to be with these guys. We've had so much fun here over the first couple of months that I don't know, the sky's the limit. So check me out though over there at winnable.com. And sorry about that, gang. I just covered my face up there with the other panel. Did you guys make fun of me out there? Getting ready for kickoff here, gang. It's nice that we have a football game to look at here while here's Public Enemies on the Giants. Let's get these out there real quick. They're about to boot it here with I was on one show. When does it stop becoming a dynamic kickoff and it's just a kickoff? We're set to go here, so we'll go. Let's go to the Steam. Let's go to the Steam real quick here and get the show started while we watch some football. They're underway from Munich, Germany. All right, Steam coming in here right now. As the Panthers will start with the ball out past the 20-25 yard line here as we get going. All right. Take a look here right now with some Steam that just came in moments ago here to start our show. And it's a game that I was going to preview here on the show in college basketball. I've selected just 3 games on this college basketball card today to preview. We'll also have, action in the NBA, big card of NBA action here today with here we go. Big action in NBA today. 11-game card here on NFL Sunday, and we've got a couple games, 3 games in the NHL. And here we go. I'll just give it out right now. Northern Iowa is taking the Steam here. I'm sorry. Yes, Northern Iowa is taking the Steam against Cal Irvine. I guess I could just pop the graphic up there and knock this one out of the way because I want to take Northern Iowa here as well. That was my pick before I got ready here, and now it's getting Steam. So maybe they knew I typed in the graphic. And here we go. Northern Iowa's up to a 2-point favorite here, probably higher right now. Pop this up back on the screen with the right line and see what it is here right now. with that steam coming in. It's 3, 3.5, and 144. Man, good thing we're here right now and giving out the play. Gonna have to lay a little extra here right now, but I've got Northern Iowa in this one. Would have started the show with that if I'd have known this was going to happen, but do like Northern Iowa here. Maybe we'll talk about it a little bit by the end of the show. We'll know probably just give out picks, but I'm on Northern Iowa, and they're getting steamed right now here on the Morning Steam, and hopefully that's why you're here with me. We'll get some those plays out to you here and get rolling with the show. We're going to start with the NFL, of course, as we just did. And yeah, Panthers are punting. Truth Teller says Giants going to roll these fools. The 2-7 Giants are going to roll these 2-7 Panthers. Who's fooling who? We called for a lot of punts. Was there a punt prop, you guys? Taylor Fritz has won here against Medvedev in Torino here at the ATP Finals. Here we go. Let's start it off. NFL got a lot of action here with the Bills taking on the Colts here in this one. Got the Bills here on the road. They're starting to look pretty strong again is what it feels like. And a lot of talk here about how the Bills, rounding into form here just in time for the second half of the season and playing a Colts team here. They're trying to get back on track a little bit with Joe Flacco now quarterbacking. Colts are just 4-5 here at this point, but Colts have owned the Bills 5 straight games. These guys are semi-familiar opponents with one another, and the Bills have always had problems coming in. Little steam coming in right now, and the college basketball segment's going to be over before we even get started. I just want to mention right now that Wake Forest was my other pick. One of my previewed 3 games. Here it comes. I'll just show the graphic here in the middle of the football segment because the lines are moving here currently. So Michigan is taking on Wake Forest today. Better get this one. I think it's a pick 'em by now. I'll just put it up there like such. Wake Forest is taking the steam here. I'll see what it is right now, but I know we're bumping around here, but I need to get this out to you if this is going to be the move, because this one's at 1 Eastern, 10 Pacific. It is, in fact, I'm showing Wake Forest a 1.5-point favorite now at Bovada. So I've got Wake Forest here in this game. The total's up to 156 right now. Wake Forest is taking the steam, and that's my play is on Wake here. 2 of the 3 games that I selected, I'll just let you know in case the steam comes in on the other one, which is Arizona State and Gonzaga, and that's a 20-point spread, so they probably won't hit it. But just in case that one does, we'll have a play on it here, try to save one pick for the end of the show. I've got Wake Forest. So my picks are in. 2/3 of the picks are in over there in the college basketball right now. So the Giants got a big momentum booster here and have moved into Jackson. I say Jacksonville because they look like Jacksonville, those black pants on, I guess. All right. So the Colts have won 5 straight meetings against the Bills at home. So they're semi-frequent opponents. Look, the Colts are definitely trying to get their season together, it feels like, a little bit right now. I mean, they're 4-5. Hasn't been too smooth. We know that. And for the Bills, like I said, coming in, doing a pretty good job here right now, getting things rolling. Everybody's talking up the Bills at this point. Let me see if I can get my notes going here. There we go. For the Bills here with their 7-2 record, they are 3-1 against the spread on this 4-game winning streak here currently. They've gone over their team total in 7 of 9 games right now. And they're 17-12 in the last 29 games as a road favorite against the spread. And boy, they do a really good job in the second half here of late. That's what you like to see them finish out. The Colts have lost a couple in a row here. but are 5-1-1 against the spread. So one of those teams where, yeah, they're not getting it done, but they're always getting enough points. And I feel like they can do it here and get these points today, but I'm going to end up on the under here in this one as my play here on the show. The series has gone under in 4 of the last 6 meetings right now. The two teams, like I said, they're semi-frequent opponents, so they haven't, but they haven't met here in 2 or 3 years right now. I know that, but still, it's always been a little bit of a difficult place for the Bills to come into. You have Flacco here at quarterback. So last week, the Colts were outgained 415 to 275. So, they're definitely the underdog in this one, but I'm going to end up here taking the Colts. The underdog in the Colts games are 6-2-1 so far this season. So I'll just have it being a competitive game in Indianapolis here right now. And all the Colts games have been decided within a touchdown. Now, I know you're only getting 4 points here, but at home, I'm willing to do it here. But under is my play. I'm giving out the premiums here, it feels like right now. Give me the under as my play, 46.5 here in this one. You look at the overall with those total on the trends is what I kind of feel like for sure here with these two teams slightly going under so far this season. You have the Colts 3-6 to the under so far, and they are the home team. So, all right, go ahead and make a pick here in that one. Felt like I was just getting my notes together and didn't do a good job on that game. But here we go. Thomas is on the Colts. Hello to Philly Eagle Flyer today. And, yep, I think we saw the punt there right now. Feels like right now. Hello, old E. Justin, sports money is money. Public Enemy will take the Bills in this one. I feel like the Bills are going to be the more popular side for here. I've got Jonathan Taylor in my back pocket. I'm going to need him to have a strong game, control this game a little bit. Handicappers that I follow here in this one were favored the Colts here, I do believe. Let me see if I have those numbers here. Handicappers were on the Colts here by about a 2-1 margin in this game. So, all right, let's see what else we got. Thank you, Justin. Okay, I'm going to take the under, though, as my official play here on the show. All right, next up. The Vikings will take on the Jaguars, and the Jaguars, they finally made the move to go to Mac Jones. Here, Lauren's going to miss the game, certainly. So that changes the complexion of this one with Mac Jones in there, right? If you want to talk about, maybe giving Mac Jones another chance with a different team, this probably isn't the time or space for it. It feels like right now going up against the Vikings, hungry to get back on track a little bit here. Not that they've slipped up. I mean, come on, the Vikings are having a tremendous year still, even if they lost a couple of games here, losing 2 of their last 3 games here right now after that 5-0 start. No big deal. I mean, they're not going to give up 30 points in this one. So, look, they're a big favorite here for a reason, I'm sure. They took the steam in this one. Vikings are 6-1-2 in their last 9 as a road favorite. They're also 11-5-2 last 18 against the spread in non-conference games. For the Jaguars here, they've lost the last 2 games. They were competitive in those games, certainly, having lost by 3 and 5 points coming into this one. But Jaguars, they're terrible in non-conference games, actually. 11-31 against the spread. Short of 25% or just over 25%, last 41 against the NFC. So, all right, for me in this one, look, I'm sure the Vikings can come out here and dominate this game. I think they'll put up a big number here, actually. And if this total, I mean, it's gone down because of Mac Jones to 43, good, because I think the Vikings going to put up a pretty big number here in this one, and I want to go over here. I think the Jaguars may end up scoring some points on the back end here after the Vikings have an established lead, frankly, is what it looks like to me. So give me the over here. The widely reported steam came on the under. I get it. Jaguars probably not going to look that great on offense here with what they're doing right now, but I think we got a blowout on our hands, and I think that's going to lead to the over, actually. Let's see what you guys have in this one. Everybody knows they're going to roll, right? And Public Enemy says they're going to roll. And Truth Tellers on the Vikings. Thomas Lewis says they should roll. Andrew G says the Vikings should pound them. But feels like, I don't know if it's a consensus or we just think they're going to blow them out. I don't know if anybody's actually saying they're going to cover anything. I'm sure they are. I'm sure you guys are saying that. Here's Truth Tellers, got some parlay action. Thank you. Thomas does say it is a consensus play here on the Vikings. I probably should have just made it. I actually didn't include this game on my premium package. I actually have concerns about the Vikings' motivation in the game. They should roll. Everything should roll here as the Panthers are going in. I think just had a flat tire right there heading to the end zone, but Panthers are on the doorstep here in this one. I'm on the Panthers. If any of you picked up those premium pick plays, I think I can give it right now. The Panthers at the 3-yard line. I'm on the Panthers as my premium pick play. I'm sure you got the gist of that in the conversation. I can't believe they marked him down at only the 6. I swear he was down to the 3. They probably only get a field goal out of this. So, all right. PZ, thank you for being here today. David Wallace says, take him in the first half because I think David's feeling what I'm feeling, that maybe, just maybe I don't want to give him Mac Jones much credit, but he might be able to get something done against a soft defense. Not that the Vikings defense is soft. We know that that's been probably their surprising backbone. But to me, I think the Vikings are a team in position here. Just want to tell you guys, I knew it. Okay, so Gonzaga got steamed here in the last couple of minutes. As my third game right now, you have probably heard the steam in the background. College basketball segment is over, and it never got started. But lay 21 today with Gonzaga against ASU. Oh boy! All right, well at least at least I'm on the same side as the Sharps here, I guess. Okay, let's see. Vikings team total, just stay away from the side there, says Jermaine. All right, Truth says, let's just make it a field goal. Let's keep it low. Maybe I want to win that pick too. I want to win the premiums. I want to win them all. I want to win the play with you. I want to win the play here. And look at this. Touchdown. Touchdown, Panthers. All right, they're on the board here, 6-0, and we're on the board. My pick was on the Panthers. On the premium picks, you can check them out over there at winnable.com. All right, I'm on the over with the Vikings and the Jaguars. Here's the Steelers and the Commanders. In this one, you got the Commanders here, a 2.5-point favorite, and everyone's licking their chops when you get a chance to have Mike Tomlin and the Steelers as an underdog. We always want that, it feels like, but the Commanders are covering numbers all season like nobody's business. Are they going to not cover again? Now, they were a dog a lot of times early on this season until the tide has turned here a little bit now, but Steelers are 6-2. It's not like they're playing we can make fun of all the Steelers, moving to Russell Wilson and all that. This feels like typical Steelers here right now, doesn't it? It's 6-2 here currently. They're 16-10 against the spread in their last 26 games as a road underdog. Are the Steelers a familiar role for sure for these guys? They're also 13-7-1 against the spread, coming off of a win. The Steelers are also 9-4 against the spread. Last 13 against the NFC. And also, we know that they're also always good in these tightly lined games. 16-7-1 against the spread their last 24 games with a spread of 3 points or less. All these rolls are Steeler rolls, it feels like here. But the Commanders, they are 5-1 in their last 6 games in the same category, those 3-point lines or less. So we'll see what you guys think in this one. Man, you're going to have to lay the points here with the Commanders. Is this going to come down to a field goal and a 1 or 2 point game? It feels like here. I know that the handicappers here heavy in favor of the Steelers, man. They're an 8-3 ratio here. 73% of the handicappers I surveyed, and it was over 50 of them, are on the Steelers against the Commanders today. And also, I kind of like to follow the contests too, those popular contests, and the $1 million contest here in Las Vegas. It's so popular. The Steelers are one of the most popular plays this week against the Commanders. So does feel like a role that you want to try to take the Steelers in. I mean, look, we've done well with the Commanders. We've been on the Commanders. I have anyway, because I'm a Daniels fan. So I was hot on him right away here, but still a tough game. Steelers coming into town. They've gone over in their team total in 7 of their 9 games. So this series, Pittsburgh has won 5 of the last 6, but 5 of the last 6, that's nearly a 20-year sample size in the this type of, in the non-conference role. So go ahead and put your plays up there if you want. But I think I got to try the Steelers here plus these points. On a situation like this, you're always wanting to buy this up to 3, almost no matter what the price is in the NFL. They say don't buy any points, but I'm not that guy. I mean, 3 is a pretty special number, right? So anyway, go ahead with your picks here. I'm on the Steelers here to cover. I'm not, going with the Steelers as like, hey, this is going to be a great game for them. I think this is going to be an awesome game, and I have a feeling it's going to come down to end of the game, heroics, field goal, touchdown, whatever the case may be, and end up being some type of maybe 1 or 2 point game. So either way. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got here. Got McLaurin here going over, I think here Justin is saying. And here's Thomas, though, on the Steelers. PC, right? PC, I tried to go up against those guys the other night trying to talk Gonzaga. And, of course, they always whip out they've never won the championship card. All right, well, don't bet them for the futures, right? I just want to roll with them in all the games in the regular season to crush their opponents game after game after game. And those guys, everyone wants to get hung up. Of course, they're not going to win the national championship in any of these seasons. They're always going to, lack that one piece of key depth because they're Gonzaga. They're always going to have one of the best starting units in the country, no matter what. They're not going to have enough players in the end to take on, those other championship teams, it feels like, at the end. So, all right, here's Commanders money line for Robert. I don't want to say it like be that guy, but, it could be Commanders by 1 or 2, and they get the money line, and the Steelers, get the money. So, all right. And Jermaine says, look, weak schedule for the Steelers. And Truth Teller says Steelers win 7 straight off their bye. Justin just bet the Giants here. Thomas knows I like Jaden Daniels. Robert wants to go over in this one. Terrell says this will be a tough game against that Steeler defense. And Jermaine says all those cappers could be wrong. Kelly says Pittsburgh hasn't lost in all those years here. The Steelers did. It's right. They won their last 2 visits here. I did look at I try to look up all the head-to-heads, but in the non-conference. But when it said that Pittsburgh won 5 of 6, I did want to go back. The last 2 were 23-6, 38-16. But all right, let's see here. I think that's it here. Tariq's got some. Hey, Tariq, hello. He's got some touchdown props. It looks like today. I'm going to take the Steelers here in this one. I'm a Washington fan, but Steelers are having a great season, and this is going to be a low key, pretty hot game. It feels like here today. This nice schedule, huh? Falcons and Saints. This one might not be I don't know, it's not terrible, but the Saints now, they have a new coach here now last couple of weeks, so we'll see how things work out or how things go moving forward. But still, if you just hired a new coach, things aren't going too well. And unfortunately, the Saints are going to be missing my man, Chris Olave. They're already missing my man, Shaheed.
Final.
So not going well. They did get Carr back, but when you're missing two elite receivers, I mean, that's what I would say that those guys are. This is a big problem for their offense here. It feels like against the Falcons. Now the Falcons are up to a 3.5 point favorite, so it does feel a little bit juicy there or heavy there on the Falcons right now. They opened a little bit lower than this for sure, but the Falcons are on a roll here right now as far as in the division here anyway. They're 6-3. They've won 5 of their last 6 coming into this one, and they're also 3-0 against the spread and straight up on the road this season. So it's been a pretty good year. Looks like the Falcons can win this division here and take away the Bucs streak of division championships here right now, doing a pretty good job. They're also 7-4 against the spread in their last 11 division games. So I will say this, so far this season, the home teams in the NFC South are just 2-9 against the let me see. Oh, I'm sorry, I gotta update that statistic. I'm gonna skip that one for right now. I think I'm a week behind, so I don't want to be wrong here and give out a bad number, a bad stat. No problem, though. For the Saints, they've lost now 6 in a row, and we'll see how it goes, of course, with their new coach. Like I said, to me, if you've hired a new coach, even if Carr's been back here for a couple of weeks now, things aren't going well. So I think the Falcons probably going to take care of this one here. And I got problems with the Saints offense here. They can maybe slow the Falcons a little bit. I don't know if the Falcons offense is going to be set up here to have a big game. I'm going to go under for sure. This number looks pretty high for a team that's missing their top-notch receivers here. I've got to take the under in this one. Probably should have put this one in the premiums. It really is what it feels like with these two teams. It's just that 5 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams have gone over the total. And even though sometimes we think of division games as knockdown, drag out, some of these division games right now, especially in this division, are going over. Like I said, can't give you the stat exactly because I'm behind in my stats by a couple of weeks, it looks like, with some of these division numbers. But I know the way it goes. I watch the games every week. So handicappers are heavy on the over in this one. I'm showing handicappers that I follow are 8-1 on the over. So I'm against them here. No doubt about it in this one with Atlanta and New Orleans. I'm going under in this game with these two teams. What do you have in Atlanta, Justin's team here? Or is it? No, it's just the Braves, right, my friend? Let me see here. Let's go. I'm going to start off here with Thomas. Always gets us going here. He's got the Saints in this one to get it done. And let's see, Jermaine here. He's got the under. he's got the Falcons winning. Oh, running clock. I think meaning they're going to run the ball over. I was thinking like a high school game. In high school, at least where I cover the games, if it's 35-point lead, they put the running clock on. Does anybody deal with that? You got to put the running clock on. The team's down 35-0 in the third quarter. They turn on. They just run the clock out for the rest of the game. No timeouts. Okay, let's see here. Jermaine, hard to take those Falcons. And Kelly said that was it for the Saints last week. That had to be. And then to lose Olave, man, that was a violent hit. I felt just, oh, man, that was hard to watch here. They were talking about his parents. He's a player that I watch closely. So Robert here is on the Saints. Truth Teller's got a little parlay right there going. Ray says, give me the Falcons, lay it. And I think that's it for you guys on this game, so I'll keep it moving right now, but I'll also keep you informed of that steam today. It wasn't like yesterday, it's a little lighter schedule. UAB is taking some steam right here, right now, against Southeast Louisiana. UAB was an 18-point favorite earlier when this line, I don't know, when I typed it in a few hours ago, or I didn't type it in, but when I was checking it out before I finally passed out last night after that college football. And they're now up to a 21-point favorite or so here. It looks like UAB taking steam right now against Southeast Louisiana tonight. UAB up to 22 at a few spots here, taking the steam with you on the morning steam. All right, let's move on here. Keep it going in the NFL with the Broncos taking on the Chiefs. Here in this one, talk about those Broncos quarterbacks you guys were just talking about. This is one of the most popular plays too. Here, Chuba earning that money, huh? She got that money in the bank, got gas in the tank. I got news for you, baby. You're looking at the man, Chuba Hubbard. Circa here, the Circa contest, the Broncos, one of the most popular plays in that contest today. And man, they were overwhelming here. They were the biggest. This is the biggest overwhelming play of handicappers by far in this one. I couldn't barely find a handicapper. If you want to take the Chiefs, it feels like you are in the minority here. I mean, this is a huge. Is this a huge public dog? You guys tell me how to read those numbers here. I'm showing I have counted 35 handicappers on the Broncos, and I found 3 on the Chiefs here in this one today. Can you believe it? If you want to go with the Chiefs, I would be applaud you here. It feels like you will be getting the value here, no doubt. This one was as high as a 9.5, I think, when it opened at a few places. At DraftKings, it opened 9.5. Some places opened it at 9. So, Broncos feel like a pretty big public dog here today against the Chiefs. And hey, Broncos are having a pretty strong time of it. We've been on the Broncos a lot this season. They feel like they have brought us quite a bit of value. Broncos here are just 5-4, but 3-1 against the spread as road underdogs so far this season. Now they are 3-6 against the spread their last 9 division games on the road. Chiefs come in on a short week. They're obviously undefeated here. It feels like it's going to, end sometime, right? Probably in a game you might least expect it. I don't know. The Chiefs have beaten Denver 15 out of the last 16 meetings right now. And the Broncos here are just 3-5 against the spread in their last 8 against the Chiefs. All losses, last 8 in Kansas City, all losses, of course. The Chiefs just 4-8 against the spread in their last 12 division games here right now. So Chiefs, they're great. I'm sure they're going to be just fine moving down the line here. But the Broncos, man, going to probably give them a game is what I'm thinking here. And that total at 42.5, the way that, well, I don't know, Denver's offense slowly improving here with Nix. He seems to be, very serviceable at this point. The one thing that wasn't talked about, about with Nix, it was talked about, but, his age, remember he came in as an older quarterback here, really. So for me, I'm going to end up here on the over in this one at 42.5. I'm sure that Denver can, even against this Chiefs defense here, it feels like right now I'm going to look to take the over in this game with the Broncos and the Chiefs. Let me see what you guys got here. I'm keeping an eye on this game. The Panthers moving into field goal range here, it looks like, at least. see what we got. Anything in this one? Okay. Justin says all the Atlanta teams. Okay. Truth Teller says the Saints have been terrible in those games. I'm looking for the Chiefs here. Here we go. Thomas starts us off, and he went with the Chiefs.
Final.
Truth Teller telling us about that series history. Good morning to AOD here today. Robert Franklin says, give me the Broncos. All right. And anything else in this one? Truth Teller's got himself a little action here. Guess that's it. Not much for you guys in this one. Tough game, huh? I'll take the Broncos. No, I'm taking the over here as my play in this one. Give me the Broncos. Give me the over. I'm not giving it away. I just bet the Broncos. I didn't make my card, didn't make the show here. All right. Truth Teller says does not like the Broncos. He thinks they are terrible. He's called them bad. He called them a bad name. I guess that would go for half that, or well, maybe they played a week schedule. Like I said, they're 5-4, so they're doing something right. But Thomas says too, he thinks they're going to come back down to earth. So, okay, I hope you guys are right. I don't like the Broncos as a team. I like them right now to make some money here, it feels like. All right, let's take a look here at next up. The 49ers and the Buccaneers. Oh, man, does anybody remember the pandemic Super Bowl? This was the pandemic Super Bowl. Remember that, everybody? Anyways, the 49ers come in here against the Bucs. You got the big story here, obviously, in this one. Maybe the big story of the day, it feels like, with the return of Christian McCaffrey. Look, it doesn't feel like he's the type of guy where you're like, oh, he'll get acclimated to the offense, they'll work him in a little bit. It feels like if this guy can go, he's going to get the workload. Now, that's good news for, for the 49ers certainly coming in, because if we get Christian McCaffrey at 100%, man, against the Buccaneers, I would think this is going to be a pretty big performance for the 49ers. Now, look, I guess in the back of my mind, just like anybody, you're like, yeah, well, he's coming off an injury, could be slow to go. But that type of injury, if you're ready to go, you're ready to go. And I think Christian McCaffrey is going to be ready to go here and probably dominate this football game, is what it feels like in this one. Yes, the Buccaneers are definitely slipping just a little bit here right now. Like I said, I don't think they're going to be able to come back and win the division here. Let's get a little steam to you right now in college basketball. It's Alabama State getting points here from LSU today. They were about a 21.5-point favorite, but right now it looks like it's going to go to 20 or lower here. Alabama State is taking the steam against LSU right now here on the morning steam. All right. Back to our game here with the 49ers taking on the Buccaneers. Handicappers were heavy on this one. I'm showing handicappers a 4-1 ratio on the 49ers. They feel pretty public-y too today, I'm sure, here in this one. And for me, I'm going to look for the 49ers to control this game. Look at that total. It's 50. Is that right? It was as low as 47.5 or so on the openers. Forget about it. Come on. Here's another thing, though, about this matchup is you've got the Buccaneers and the 49ers are both on a bye next week,
Final.
if I'm not mistaken, right? So I'm going to see if I can look this up here real quick. But I think both teams are on a bye here next week. So for me, I think the defenses are going to control this game. It's a bit of a trend. Teams going onto their bye week have stronger defensive efforts the prior week. Don't tell that to the handicappers. They're all over the over here in this one today. I'm showing handicappers 10-5 ratio. On the over here in this one. I get it. You got McCaffrey back. I'm sure it'll help Purdy and get him going too with his talented receivers. The one thing the Buccaneers are still able to do, it feels like to me, is play defense. Now, again, here you have a team, the 49ers, okay, McCaffrey's been out. It's a game changer when he's out, obviously, because nobody's expecting the 49ers to come in here right now and be 4-4. Okay, but he's been out all these weeks here right now, and the Buccaneers are just 4-5. So all of a sudden, is this one player going to make that big of a difference? I probably think he is, but still, nonetheless, I think this one ends up having a defensive tone to it. All right, for the 49ers right now, they are 7-4-1 against the spread in their last 12 games as a road favorite. Coming in here for the Buccaneers, they're just 2-6 against the spread their last 8 games as a home underdog. San Francisco's won 7 of the last 10 meetings between these two teams, and the overs come in 5 of the last 7 meetings between these two. Let's see what you guys have in the chat here in this one. Tampa Bay has gone over in 6 straight. So you're talking about the Niners. Maybe their offense is healthy. Maybe the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense is getting rolling. But again, I like defense heading into the bye. I always do. And this season, it's been even stronger so far. The teams heading into buys are all going under. I promise you that. Look it up. I'm supposed to bring you the stats here, and I couldn't find it real quick. I should have been better prepared. I promise you the teams going on buys are going under left and right. It's almost like I want to say it's at least 80%. It might be higher. All right, what you got here, fam, in this one? Robert's going over, though. Here, let me scoot back here and make sure I get all these games here. You guys love this game for sure. It looks like here Thomas starts us off with the Buccaneers in this one. Peasy, is he talking over? Oh, he's talking about the Denver game there. David loves the 49ers here to roll today. Ray says just take him in the first half. Robert's on him here. And Thomas says it will be, you got to feed McCaffrey in there a little bit. Here's the thing, though, right? When it's flowing there, it feels like I said, you're not going to put this player in here right now without being, ready to go. It's not like it's there's a little bit of desperation to the Niners situation, but I think in their division, it's still a little bit of a mix, a jumble that they're, not far. They're far from done. I mean, come on. Let's get serious here. They're still one of the favorites here to contend, at least in the playoffs and postseason. So, all right, let's see what we got here. Fernando's with me, though, here on the under in this one. Robert did go over. How about Baker to keep throwing those touchdowns here at this point? And let's see here. And Thomas is saying you got to be careful here a little bit. I just feel like this guy knows, right? Because I feel like this is a player who doesn't want to be off the field. Truth teller likes the over here. He likes Kittle to get it done as well. Big play here for the Giants down the field. Nice. All right. Jermaine, 49ers, team total over. And Ray says he likes the under here with me as well. Here's Cade Otten, and they were calling him the other night Cotton for C. Otten, and I said the fabric of our lives. All right, Nathan says give me Niners here in the first half, and let's see what we got here. Justin bet those Giants again here right now, just now. And Legacy. Oh, is that right? Is the Niners buy last week? Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Oh, let me. Yeah. So it is bye week before or after right now. That's what it is. I got the stats here right now. Here it is. 9 Legacy. Let me correct this here. Thank you, 9 Legacy. I was just reading the note wrong here, but so road teams here. Let me see if I can get this right. Road teams after their bye week. Yeah, I want to get this right here. It's before and after the bye that defenses are playing. They're playing in lower scores than average. Thank you for that, 9 Legacy. Appreciate that. And also here, I think that's it for you guys on this game. You guys are commenting more on the game in progress here, and I see the Giants are down here to the 25-yard line as Shepard. Or let's see, who's got a grab here? Robinson with a catch. Okay. Give me the under here. We got to keep it going here right now. And I'm going to go up next here with the Patriots and the Bears. Another Super Bowl rematch, but for a different kind of Super Bowl rematch from back in the day when the Bears, remember, they're going to get a field goal attempt here for the Giants from the great Gano. All right. Patriots here come in 2-7, but hey, I think we've all liked what we've seen here. They're not going to like this in Germany. Oh, they're not going to like this in Germany at all. The kicker missed in Germany. You know they're going to be booing that. You can't be going to Germany and miss these field goals. Typical Giants here, huh? All right, we'll move on here. You guys might be typing about that in the chat here. I see the chat blowing up again. Patriots here 2-7 going up against the 4-4 Bears. But the Bears are 3-0 so far at home. But hey, we like what we've seen from Drake May. At least I do right now, and I don't know if that's going to change the trajectory of the Patriots season here right now, but I think the Bears might still have a little bit of overrated to them here at a 6-point favorite in this matchup here, total at 38.5. That seems kind of low, it feels like right now. Patriots have lost 7 of their last 8 games. They're 9-20-1 against the spread as an underdog their last 30 games. It's all been, post-Tom era. Patriots 5-13 against the spread, coming off of a loss. The numbers aren't real positive here for the Patriots, but I'm going to take them here in this one. Look, the Bears have a good role here, no doubt about it, but I like what I see from May. I think this will end up being a game where the Patriots will maybe have a pretty decent offense. Look, the Bears have a good defense. We know that right now, but for me, it just seems like this is just a little bit too big of a number here at a touchdown. What I've seen from May, I'm pretty I won't say energized. I have hope for this situation for the Patriots. Now, the Bears' opponent has gone under their team total in 7 of their 8 games so far. So that's how well this defense has done against them. The Bears are 8-3 against the spread as a home favorite last 11. So the numbers kind of favor the Bears here, and I'm sure that you guys might also favor the Bears. I'm showing handicappers favor the Bears by a 3-2 ratio here in this one today. They also preferred the under by a 5-1 ratio here. So let me have it. I'm going to be in the minority, I feel like, here because I want to take the Patriots today in this one. And let's see how you guys are talking about the missed field goal there. And let's see here. I got you, Robert. Yeah, I got you. But I'm gonna bring those numbers back. I wasn't ready to go on that stat, but I'm not trying to prove myself right on those. But I am, and like I said, I am on the under in the game. I feel like I'm in the minority there on that Niner game. So okay, Patriots here for Ray. He's with me today. Me and Ray together here in this one. All right. And Jermaine says, how do they get the Giants? Well, you know why the Giants are on TV every year. They've got that NY in their name. And Kelly said, hey, check the weather today in Chicago. Sounds like a lovely day. We're getting to that time of the year here, right? I want to look at it. I want to look at it. Here we go. Weather. There we go. The weather today is frightful. Not bad. All right, maybe I don't have it here. 50, mid 50, low to mid 50s here. Uh, uh, okay, I'll take your little rain, little rain. Yeah, definitely wins. I'm showing those same wins there. All right, here's Thomas on the Bears, and there's Bobby Mack. He's going to take the Patriots today. Thank you, guys. I'll take the Patriots here as well. Next up, we go to the afternoon games, and my Chargers are going to be in action against the Titans here today. And hey, I saw the playoff, man. The playoff positioning. The Chargers are in line right now for the playoffs. I'm not saying I feel vindicated yet. Still got a ways to go, but Chargers sitting here at 5-3 right now. I'm surprised when I hear people actually say, "Oh, I don't know if I thought Jim Harbaugh would come in and be the right coach." I think because of his style and his theatrics, maybe people associate a certain flakiness, or that he's not, obviously, Michigan. Remember, Michigan was having some issues before Harbaugh came. It wasn't like Bo Schembechler was in there the whole time. I mean, they had all those issues kind of year after year, and then Harbaugh brought them to the brink of, where Michigan really hadn't been in many, many, many years. So remember, he was with the 49ers. Remember the Harbaugh Super Bowl? I mean, he's been a Super Bowl contending coach before as well. So he's going to bring his own philosophy, his own his own character, if you will, and his own way of coaching here. So it's been pretty good here for the Chargers. Now, this is going to be tough, right? Because we know the Chargers are going under in every game. They have the best defense going here right now statistically to the Chargers, and they're facing a team that hasn't looked good on offense. And just because Will Levis is back in there, is that really going to make a difference for anybody? Okay, I can make fun of Will Levis. I saw him on his mayonnaise commercial here, and you know what? It wasn't even, you think of Will Levis, you'd think he'd be in a mayonnaise commercial for Dukes, but I think it was another man, Best Foods, or I think it was Best Foods actually. So look, it's going to be tough for the Chargers, I'm sure, to get this number, much less win the game. I'm sure they can win. Come on, I know the Chargers can win this game right now the way they're going. But we got a cart. Oh no, who's getting carted, you guys? I just can't see it right now. Sanders is getting carted off here. Okay. Bummer. All right. So for me, the Chargers here, I'm sure they can win this game, but I, have concerns certainly of them covering this number here right now. The Titans are no good. We know that they're 3-7 against the spread. Their last 10 games as a road dog, including 1-3 so far this year. But Levis is supposed to make the difference. Everybody thought for a few games there, why not just stick with Rudolph? Will Levis wasn't getting the job done. But I think overall, I like Levis a little bit better long term than Mason Rudolph. Still, the Titans have gone under their team total in 7 of 8 games so far. The Chargers have absolutely dominated defensively. Like I said, they've held their opponent to their team total in 6 of 8 games so far this season. So Chargers have also gone under in 7 of 8. I mean, they've been a hardcore under here so far. So I'm going under here at 39 in this game. The Chargers are allowing 10 points a game. What is it? I'll look it up here right now. I mean, I'm quoting it right now, but it's 10.5, 11 points a game, I'm sure, at this point. 12.6. Okay, it's gone up a little bit after the last couple of games, but still the Chargers statistically doing a great job here. I've got to go under in this one. I'm sure they'll keep this Titans offense down right now in this one. The Titans are, kind of subtly playing okay defense here, but their point average allowed is still 26.5 points per game. The Chargers don't have that offense there right now. But, for Herbert, he's getting good play. Johnston looks like a keeper. He looks like he's doing a pretty good job. I'm all about McConkey here to keep developing and, really taking everybody by storm a little bit. So I'm going to end up here on the under in this one with my Chargers today, and they're going to go to 6-3. How about that? Let's go. Let's see. Anybody here in this one? Fernando likes the over here in this one. Truth tellers with me. We're going under. And let's see. Hello there. Kelly, look back at that Bears game there for Kelly. Thomas is on the Chargers to get it done, to cover this number. And Robert says, team it up under in the money line here for a little parlay. Justin likes the Chargers team total over here in this one. And what else? Kelly likes the under here in this one with me. Jermaine says Chargers and Titans to go under in their team totals. And Kelly says the Chargers are the best under team right now. Robert says, how about the Titans team total under? And right behind him is Ray with the same exact pick. You got to like that. And there it is. Look at that. Thomas is right on it. He's all, look at this. I don't know if we've ever had a team total under as our as a consensus play, but there it is. Chargers to keep dominating here right now defensively. Robert likes them to get the money. And I think that's it. All right, we got to keep the show going here right now and move to the next one with a classic rivalry here between the Eagles and the Cowboys here in this one. You got, well, look, you got the bad news about Dak. We already knew he was going to be out. Now it looks like he's going to opt for that. He's going to get one more opinion, but no matter what, he's going to be out here possibly for the rest of the season. That brings in Cooper Rush, and we've seen success. We've seen okay play from Cooper Rush. I mean, of course, it's a downgrade, but it may not be as bad as some of the options we've seen. We've seen success offensively by Cooper Rush before. Now the Cowboys are in bad shape. Maybe those Cowboy teams were a little bit better resourced to undergo a situation where the quarterback was out, because right now it's been a disaster here at this point. So, but remember, Cooper Rush was 5-1 in that little stretch of games 2 years ago when he had to play in there for Dak. So that Cowboy team, maybe it was a little bit better. Dallas has been really terrific at home in NFC East play. They've covered 7 of the last 8 meetings in division home games right now. Now Dallas is just 1-3 in their last 4 as a home underdog, but it doesn't happen very often. In fact, just 3 times over the last 4 seasons has Dallas been a home underdog. Dallas has won 8 of the last 12 meetings, and the Eagles have lost 6 straight trips here into Dallas. This kind of feels like a situation to me where, it looks dismal. Dallas has been so bad, but if you're going to ever get up for a game with a team of guys, I'm going to take Dallas here, guys, as painful as it seems. I've got to try Dallas in this spot. Handicappers I follow are about a 2-to-1 ratio here on the Eagles, about 20-10 from what I saw here in this one. So also, I saw 6 paid cappers on the total. They all went over here, if you know what I mean. It feels like that's what's going to happen. 5 of the last 6 meetings between these 2 teams have gone over here. Now, Dallas has gone under their team total in 4 of 5 games, but I don't know. For me, the Eagles probably will click here, and I think the Dallas will be right behind them with Cooper Rush doing a pretty decent job. I'm not sure the Eagles are going to be, we're always going to get up for Dallas. We know that both teams will probably get up for this game. I think that's what's going to help Dallas here kind of overcome some of the problems, maybe emotion here for me, because I can't argue it necessarily right now, other than the fact that Rush, look, he brings a different kind of game to you than Dak, that's for sure. And everybody's kind of down on Dak a little bit, right? Even when things were before he was injured, we're kind of like, what is this? What is the problem with Dak? He's throwing these interceptions, not looking as strong right now, not having his best season. Well, maybe Cooper Rush can come in and give him a little bit of boost here right now. Here, I'm going to try Dallas today with a little bit of I don't know if the Eagles would ever look past Dallas, or I'm sure Philly's going to be pretty popular here. Thomas says Philly. Truth Teller says smash here for Philly. Robert's with me. You got to take him one, you got to look out here a little bit. All right. Tariq B says Saquon to keep rolling here. Hurts TD. Is the tush push a thing of the past? Is it not starting to work anymore a little bit? How about Dowdle here over rushing and receiving? And let's see here. Kelly, I think she's on Hurts over 1.5 passing TDs. Dallas defense not looking that good. You look at here's a good question here from what do we got from Robert Franklin? He's asking about the status here of CD Lamb, and I have seen a little. Oh, my tweet deck has gone off here. Let me just see if I can fix it here. I'm expecting CD Lamb to play. Let me see if I got the Adam Schefter column up here. Right now, but I'm expecting Lamb. He was upgraded to probable for this game. So there it is. Robert says, is he playing? Yeah, I'm expecting Lamb to be in there today. And Ray says, give me the Cowboys and the over. Robert's on the over here as well. Kelly says Philly, team total over. Dallas has been poor defensively there a little bit, and fire McCarthy. That one thing, right? You would think that Jerry Jones would be quick to fire coaches. I mean, after all, look, he fired Tom Landry. But over his career, right, even when things have kind of been not going great, and maybe because Dallas, when things are not going great in Dallas, it just means that, or 500 or whatever. But he really hasn't been quick to fire coaches here, and maybe that's part of the problem. David says Philly or pass. And here's, I just feel like it's a lot of point. Yeah, you guys just truth tellers saying it as well. All right. Oh, don't forget Tom. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Thomas. Probably in between, the Dak, right? The other storylines with the game here that I've tried to portray, I probably just should have started off with, hey, by the way, Micah Parsons is back. If that wasn't no, I'm still going over. Don't get me wrong. Well, I'm going with the Cowboys. Don't let me give away the premiums again. But Markel on the Cowboys here. What do we got? Another punt, you guys? Punt. And the Panthers are on a little bit of a return here. All right. Hello, too. Good morning. Elliot Jameson here today. Thank you for joining us here on the Morning Steam. We got 80 of you in here right now checking me out. So, all right. Let's move on. I'm going to take the Cowboys today against their rival Eagles. Come on. All right, next we've got the Jets taking on the Cardinals here. And wow, look at the Jets. Obviously, they've turned the season around here. They're 1.5 point favorites on the road. Look at that. Wow, just I didn't know that everything was already just fine. And we fixed the Jets here all of a sudden. All right. The Jets are 1-5 against the spread, straight up and against the spread in their last 6 games right now. 2-8-1, last 11 as a road favorite, 6-12-1 against the spread. Last 19 coming off of a win, 5-15-1 against the spread against the NFC. There's a laundry list of bad trends here for the Jets. Come on. They're not going to beat this team. The Jets are 3-6. The Cardinals are, playing pretty decent for the 5-4. You can make fun of the schedule, whatever, but they've won 4 out of their last 5. They've scored 28 points in each of their last 2 games. Here, they're a team that does not play well off of a win, but that's because they're just not a winning team, is what I really feel about that. The Cardinals have won the last two meetings between the two teams in the non-conference setting. So, nobody was around in those first two games, probably with these two teams pretty much. But Cardinals come in kind of clicking right now. They've scored 8 touchdowns on their last 28 drives overall. The Jets have been a joke here, and the Cardinals, they've trailed in some of those games that they've come back to win. They've actually been a bit clutch here of late. So let's see what you guys want to do here. But let's see what you have in this one with the Jets and the Cardinals. Let's take a look at the comments. I'm going under here in this one, by the way. I don't have any trends, I don't think, necessarily to support the under. I just look at it 46.5 feels like a little bit high. I'm not seeing the Jets have enough versatility right now on offense to have a productive game. And the Cardinals aren't 28 points pretty good. The Jets supposed to have a good defense. They obviously don't. Here's Thomas on the Cardinals today. Here's Truth Teller. He's on Devontae to go over, and a Jets money line win here. Robert Franklin's on the Cards here. And let's see what else. Connor having a, just resurgent year, right? Imagine what this man has been through in his career, right, Kelly? With the battling cancer, goes off and to Pittsburgh, look good, look great, but it's like it never underrated. That's what we could say about Connor. Can't we? Here's Wilson for Robert Franklin to have a strong game. Here's Markel on the Cards and Ray Otachi on the Cards here as well. And Tariq says Cardinals are good in the first half. He likes them in the first half. They've trailed at halftime in 5 of their last 7 games, but they look good. No doubt about it. They do play a tough schedule. McBride going over. Robert Franklin likes McBride. McBride's been quietly doing a nice job there for them, no doubt, at tight end. Elliot says take the Cards in the over, and look at this. Thomas says the Cards are a team steam consensus play. Wow, gang. I gotta like that from you guys here because the handicappers I follow were also on the Cardinals for the most part, but the public seems to be on the Jets here. It might be 50-50 on the tickets, maybe even slightly on the Cards here. Okay, let's see what else we got because we got to keep it moving here right now. Thank you, everybody. Arizona comes on a bye, so watch that total. Here, and this one, I've got the under after all. I've got the under. Jets and Cards. All right, next up. The Lions are going to be taking on the Texans in Sunday Night Football in a pretty nice matchup here. People have kind of been saying, right, like, hey, we can call them all that preseason Texans, Super Bowl or a strong team. Why? Why are we doing that? The Texans are 6-3 at this point. Sure, they might not look as good as the top contenders right now, but they are at home and they do pretty well at home right now. They're 4-0 straight up. Now they got to play the best team going. It feels like here, but they're getting a field goal or more. What I want to do here in this one, but I'm going to look to take the under as my play here on the show. The Texans have gone under their team total right now in 7 of their 9 games so far this season. Detroit is more than just offense so far. Yes, they've won and covered their last 6 games coming in, but they've held their opponent to their team total, under their team total in 6 of 8 games. For the Lions, they're 7-2 as a road favorite against the spread. The Lions are real moneymakers still, it feels like. But, man, this is tougher than it looks, this game, I feel like, right now. Now, I know because Houston's lost 2 of their last 3 games, everyone's a little bit down on them all of a sudden, maybe thinking, like I said, that maybe they're not all the hype coming in the season. They do get Nico Collins expected back in this lineup today. If they could just get them, both receivers healthy in the same lineup, we'll see what happens, but it does feel like they've been one receiver's in, one receiver's out. It's felt like for several weeks so far this season. So let's get the Texans healthy too, and then see what happens here. Okay, maybe Stroud has been mediocre this year. He doesn't have as many yards per attempt as last season. He's not throwing the ball as far down the field necessarily here right now. But Houston 7-4 against the spread when coming off of a loss here. They typically have not been strong against non-conference teams. They've owned this series, but again, non-conference game here, so I'm not going to put too much stock into that. All right, let's see what you guys have here in this one with the Lions and the Texans Sunday Night Football here. I'm going under 49.5. Two good teams, better have some defense. Let's see what we got. With Robert's going to start us off here with the Texans, and Thomas is on the Texans, and Fernando is on the Texans, and Thomas is going to be teasing the underdogs, it feels like. Is that what he's saying? Going to be teasing those underdogs today? Look at these home underdogs here today. You got the Colts, the Jaguars, the Saints, the Bucs, the Cowboys, the Texans. Lots of home. They're not all great, but there are plenty of home underdogs. Andrew says they got a little extra rest here this week as well. And how about Goff over on his touchdown prop? Let's see here. Oh, did I miss some of the plays? I think I scrolled too far here. I know Texans almost might get the Thomas has been, we rounded him up, said, Thomas, hang on, try to give us the consensus on the hockey. And now you got him watching hockey, and he doesn't, he thinks icing is when you splash the ice in the goalie's face. Okay. That's where Thomas is he needs a little help on the rules. All right. Yeah, CJ looked bad, right? He's had some rough patches, maybe a little bit of a sophomore slump, but still, I believe in him. I believe in him. Okay. I guess for me, I'm going to be going with the under in Sunday Night Football. Pick up my premium picks today, including the Lions and the Texans on the Winnable app. That's going to do it for the football. We got to go here and get it rolling as our show just drags on with me talking nonsense. Let's get to the NBA here. We'll probably cover these pretty quickly here. So we get to the second half of the football game. Have a little breakfast. Hey, catch me over at the Nuke the House channel today at 12:30 Eastern, 9:30 a.m. Pacific. I'll be joining Holden Kushner for a little preview of the games. We'll talk all the late moves. Holden keeps us updated on that late steam, and I'll come in with some picks there as well. So I'm just over on the guest over on Nuke the House every Sunday at 12:30 Eastern and 9:30 Pacific. So check me out with those guys over there. I like to go visit the keg, and I like to watch them on the NASCAR coverage like I did last night. And, we were streaming when streaming wasn't cool back before the pandemic. That's how long. So when those guys invited me to come on the channel this season, I'm all about it and getting to hang out with Kush. What a great host he is. So, okay, here we go. Rockets and Pistons. Let's get it rolling here in the NBA right now with our matchups here today. Rockets and Pistons to start us off. We're going to really be going down these pretty quick here, it feels like, and get ready here for the second half of the game. That's what I want to do. So, all right, Rockets and the Pistons. Look, these two teams have been kind of going under a little bit so far this season. it feels like. You got the Rockets here, a favorite on the road. The Pistons have been doing an interesting job here all of a sudden. It feels like they're playing Cunningham out of his mind at this point. The Pistons are 4-6, 5-5 against the spread. They've gone under in 7 of 10 so far this season, while the Rockets have they're 5-4, 5-4 against the spread here as well so far this season. So, what do you guys? Anything you guys like the NBA today? Let me know. We're going to go pretty quick. So, this is a big card, man, for a Sunday. This one goes off at 3:10 Eastern, 12:10 Pacific here in this one. I think the Pistons are doing a pretty nice job so far. I've got to try them at home right now in this game here. Total 219. Like I said, the Pistons have been going under quite a bit. I'd probably try to sneak this one over, but I'm not sure this is going to make the card. I'm just going to go with the Pistons here in this one. Detroit basketball. Thomas also likes the Pistons. Next up, we're moving in here just a half hour later. We've got two early matinees here in the NBA, and it's a nice one. Well, it's supposed to be a nice one anyway, with the Celtics taking on the Bucks here in this one. Currently, I'm showing, as we approach halftime, just 10-0. And again, I'm on the Panthers plus those points. I'm on the under here on the show. Hopefully, I can get a sweep for the Sunday morning Europe game. All right, Celtics here 4.5, and the total here 229 in this one. The Celtics coming in here right now. You look at, you get the numbers here. Yeah, all right. You look at currently right now, the Bucks coming in just 2-7, 3-6 against the spread. Has been pretty bad so far for the Bucks. It's been absolutely pretty much a disaster here at this point for Boston. 8-2, but just 5-4-1 against the spread. We know it's going to be tough. Boston on some of these numbers here, laying a reasonable number maybe here on the road of 4.5 today. The Bucks have gone under in 6 of their 9 games so far. And look, Boston's allowing 110 points per game. The Bucks are allowing 116. Probably got to go under here in this one. I don't know if I trust the Bucks, the Celtics on the road necessarily to get this money. Just give me the under here, I think, with Boston and Milwaukee here today. And see what you guys have. We're rolling here right now, it feels like. Yeah, don't forget Ivy, right? Not only Cunningham, but Ivy as well. And AOD says the Celtics will continue to roll here in Boston for Thomas there. All right, here we go. Maybe we get some Detroit action here. Okay. Nothing maybe from you guys here in this one. How about it with the Celtics? Well, other than Thomas, he went Celtics. AOD says the Bucks are horrid. All right, I'm going to take the under right now. Boston 2-4, the under on the road so far this season. So let me grab the under here with Milwaukee and the Bucks. These two teams 7-12 to the under so far this season. Robert is on the Celtics. The Knicks and the Pacers here. You got the Knicks on the road, favored by not 3. I don't think they're. Yeah, they are 3 here right now, and the total 229 here in this one. For the Pacers, they come in 3-1 as an underdog against the spread so far this season. They're also you got the Knicks coming in here right now, just 4-4 straight up. Indiana 2-1 straight up at home thus far. They're getting points here. I don't know. I mean, I know the Knicks have been actually. I think the Knicks have been kind of inconsistent so far this season. Obviously, with 4 both these teams, similar record here right now. I think Knicks is a road favorite. That might be a little bit of a stretch here. Maybe right now the expectations are a little bit higher than the results. Now, then maybe they'll get better. I'm sure they will. The expectations are high. I will say, though, the Knicks are 4-1 to the over on the road. The Pacers are 3-0 to the over at home. I'm going to take the Pacers here in this one plus the points. The Sharps are definitely looking to the under here, and I don't mind that, but you look at what these teams are doing in these roles here right now. Let me just take the Pacers here, plus these points at home against the Knicks. What did the Panthers do? Just force a turnover here at the end of the first half? All right, here we go. Thomas So going to go with Indiana as well. Robert wants the under here. That's what I thought. The Sharps are on the under to me. The trends to me kind of say over. Oh, wow. It was a tipped pass. Oh, boy. Oh, God. Danny Dimes. Was it that hit the defender in the face, bounced up into the air, and was intercepted? I would like a juicy burger after this show. Fernando says go over in this one. AOD, maybe get a little prop action here. Kelly does like that over as well. That is interesting, Kelly. I'm going to mark that down here a little bit because I kind of want to go over, but I really respect some of these sharps that are on the under today. All right. Here we go. Let's keep it rolling here right now in our NBA coverage quickly here with Washington on the road against Indiana. You got against Orlando. You got Orlando a 10-point favorite here. What, did Banchero come back or something? Look, Orlando's been good, but Washington's been a moneymaker here. Kuzma's still out. I get that, but let's take a look at some of these numbers, man. I know Washington's lost 3 straight right now, but the Magic's lost 4 of their last 5 games. They are coming off a win over New Orleans. Washington's losses were to Memphis, Golden State, and Miami here coming in. Washington just 2-5 against the spread so far. Orlando, though, just 3-7 against the number. The steam came in on Orlando. The steam came in on the over here, and you look at these two teams. We got Washington 5-2 to the over so far this season, including 2-0 to the over on the road. So I don't know. It looks like it kind of might be a high-scoring game here between Washington and Orlando today. I'm going to take the over here in this one. I kind of want to take Washington, but maybe it's going to be one of those games where Orlando just ends up blowing them out anyways. So, all right, give me the over here with these two teams, Washington and Orlando. It's an ugly game. We probably this probably won't make the cut once we get to baseball season. All right, Thomas says give me Orlando, but Robert says 10 points. Give them to me. Give them to me. I don't know if he's that enthusiastic. I'm just trying to make the show exciting. Look at Bryce Young here running the ball into Giants territory, trying to get a few more points out of it. Here's Robert going under. Fernando went over. All right, I think that might be it for this one. I don't think I want Arby's fried turkey, Thomas. I saw the commercial, and, as someone who really enjoys the roast beef, in fact, I like a beef and cheddar. I like a beef and cheddar. That's what I like. That's my order, beef and cheddar and mozzarella sticks. That's what I like. And add bacon. Add the pepper bacon. Okay. Heat and Timberwolves here in this one. The Timberwolves, a 7-point favorite today against Miami here. The total is at 2-18. Miami has lost 3 straight. Minnesota's won 3 straight. Miami with losses at Denver, at Phoenix. They lost at home to Sacramento. Meanwhile, Minnesota here, the winning streak against easier competition. Charlotte, Chicago, and Portland here, but nonetheless coming pretty strong. Now, Miami is 3-1 against the spread on the road so far. That's a real positive, but I think this is a tough matchup actually for them here in this game. Miami has also gone over in all 3 of their road games so far this season. Minnesota's gone over in 6 of their 9 games. I'm going to try the over here in this one with Miami and Minnesota here today. I'm taking some overs. This one 218.5. I'll take the over with the Heat and the Timberwolves today. We've got Thomas going under. Thomas going under. And Kelly and I are going to go to Arby's and eat some cheese sticks or some roast, some beef. All right. Thomas, talk about one of my favorite things, though, no doubt. Chocolate milk with, actually, chocolate milk for breakfast. Timberwolves here for Robert Franklin today, with Jimmy Buckets being out. Kelly says, just keep firing with Ant-Man here at this point. Why not? All right, let's keep it moving here on the show. Man, we got to go. Warriors and Thunder in this one. You got the Thunder here favored by the 7 here, it looks like right now. Maybe it's gone down a little bit. Let's see here. Yeah, it has. It's down to 6. I mean, obviously, the Warriors have been just terrific here right now. Like nothing's ever changed. No one's talking Warriors to win the title, are they? But they're playing pretty well here. They did lose last time out, no doubt. Ended that winning streak when they lost to Cleveland in that blowout. We kind of saw it coming, though. We were kind of rolling a little bit with the, Warriors there, but definitely had the right call in that game. But I don't know. This one feels like it might be competitive again, no matter how well the Thunder are playing here at this point. Feels like the Warriors here. Yeah, that was a tough one. I don't know. We'll see. Is a road trip here getting a little long or whatever? The Warriors are 5-1 against the spread on the road so far, but they're up against one of the best spread teams in the league. Both teams are 7-2 against the spread so far. OKC's 8-1, 7-2 against the spread. The Warriors are 7-2, 7-2 against the spread. Now the Warriors have gone over in all 4 of their games as an underdog so far, and they're 5-1 to the over on the road so far this season. So to me, it feels like the Warriors that's the kind of mode they're going to be in here at this point. All right, go ahead, you guys, if you guys want to get a playoff in this one. I know we're going kind of fast here on a Sunday, but we've got Thomas going with OKC here in this one. Lay the points. Jermaine's got an under here. Jermaine's got an under here. We're going to halftime, 10-0 here in Germany. Can't spell thunder without an under. Draymond under his PRA here. Fernando likes the over in this one. I think I do too. Ray says take the Warriors here. I think I like that too. I'm going to have to decide. And Warriors here for Thomas.
Final.
And I think that's going to do it in that one. All right. I'm going to take the Warriors actually +7 as my pick in the game. I think I'm going to have the total, I'm pretty sure, as a premium here today. All right. See what else we got here. A few more NBA. We're done with the college basketball, I think, right? 76ers and Hornets here. Sixers come in just 1-7 right now. If we know it's a disaster, the Embiid situation, the losses here at this point, it's been really rough so far right now for Philly. They are 2-6 ATS, 1-7 straight up. Charlotte's 4-5 ATS. But 2-1 against the spread on the road so far this season. The widely reported steam did come in here on Philadelphia today. They're currently at 4.5 or so, and the total here is at 213 and a half. Oh boy! All right. Well, there's my pick. It was probably going to be a premium, but not anymore. Give me the under here in this one. It's down to 213 and a half. So I'll just have to roll with this one right now on the show. Felt like that was going to be a premium pick for me here with the under in this game. You got Charlotte so far 1-7 to the under as an underdog so far this season. So I'll just take the under here. It was going to be a premium, but I'll take them on the show here in this one. And not a great game. It's an ugly game here. This one wouldn't make the cut if we had to. We probably could have cut this one. Robert's on the Hornets, though, here on the money line. Kelly says series history heavily favors Philly here right now. Yeah, I mean, I can't even remember when the last time Charlotte won this a game in this series. It had to be at least a couple years ago. just off the top of my head, though. 17-3. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Been a rough series here. I called 1-800.
Final.
I called. I did. I called.
Final.
I was like, after yesterday, I was like, I called 1-800-GAMBLER. Right. I said, hey, man, I'm having a problem here. 1-800-GAMBLER. He says, oh, okay. Take the Saints, the Jets, and the Giants. All right. Mavericks and Nuggets here in this one, with the Nuggets here 5.5-point favorite at home here
Final.
against the Mavs. Look, nothing wrong with the Nuggets here at this point, despite a 6-3 record. That's still a pretty good record, but they're on a roll here right now. They've won 4 straight. Dallas has been alternating, actually, wins and losses here of late. Denver comes in right now 2-5, though, against the spread as a favorite. Dallas covered their only opportunity as an underdog. Imagine that. Dallas has been favored in 8 of their 9 games so far this season. I'm taking Dallas for sure here in this game, plus the points. I think maybe a little bit. Could the Dallas Mavericks be underrated here at this point right now? Anyways, I'm going to take Dallas here. I'm going to take a double play, actually. Is the graphic ready, Mike? I'm going to take a double dip here. Give me Dallas and the over here in this one. I'm showing cappers liking the over, and I do too.
Final.
Denver's gone over in 7 of their 9 games
Final.
so far this season. Dallas has been an under, but that's mostly at home. I feel like they've been an under. Like I said, this is only their 3rd road game so far. They went over in their only game so far as an underdog. I'm going to take the over. Give me Dallas and the over here in this one. We're going fast, gang. I want to watch the second half. Robert's going with the Nuggets here. And I think that's it. Robert says the Nuggets usually smash these guys pretty good. Yeah, okay. I got you there, no doubt. Coming up next, the Kings are going to take on right now. Kings taking on the Suns here. We got a few more, Thomas. Hang on. Kings and Suns right now in this one. You got the Kings coming in 5-4. The Suns, like nobody's business, on a winning streak right now, and 8-1 overall. Look, the Suns should be good, but I don't know if we saw this coming right now. The funny thing is, obviously, the bettors did. The Suns, despite this 8-1 record, are 3-6 against the spread. That's kind of tricky to a certain extent, right? Because, yeah, they've got great talent and personnel, but I think this is even a little better start than we were anticipating. Now, in this winning streak, they played some clunky teams like Portland, like Philly, but they also beat Dallas last time out. They beat Miami. They beat the Clippers. So the Suns are looking pretty great here right now. And I would have to think, even though I think the Sharps are kind of favoring the Kings here, I got to take the Suns with such a low number. Now, there is some, let me see here. Let me make sure I got I'm showing a pick 'em here now at a few sites, and maybe there's a slight move. I'm not too worried about it here.
Final.
So we did get the news that KD is going to be missing some time. I get all that, but this team is playing pretty well here right now. It's a bummer because KD, it's going to be basically, how did they phrase it? 1 to 2 weeks, but at least 1 to 2 weeks, right? So we're not putting hey, we'll be back in 1 or 2 weeks. It's 1 or 2 weeks, and then let's see where we are with this calf injury. So with KD, you don't want to do anything too crazy here at this point. So I'm sure that's why the move is here a little bit on the Kings here right now with the news of KD going to be missing some time here for sure. But I like the chemistry right now that we're seeing from the Suns. I think they've finally gotten away from all that drama they were having within the last before they got sold, if you know what I mean. All right, let's see here. We got Nurkic on his rebounds. We got De'Aaron for It looks like AOD wants every. Well, he's got a little Phoenix action here, but Fernando's on the Kings. All right, and let's see here. A Booker here. Is this a Booker over here in this one? What was that? All right, and all right. I'm still gonna take the Suns here to get it done. I know the fade train's on a little bit with the Kings, but look, the Kings are still they're 5-4 here. They've done okay. They're 3-2 on the road, straight up and against the spread. But I'm still gonna have the Suns here in this one tonight. Okay, next up, Memphis and the Trailblazers, and we've got more injury news, right? With John Morant, he's going to be out now here for a little bit. It's kind of the same situation with John Morant and this hip injury. It's going to be the same thing, a week or two, and let's just see where we stand. So a little bit of trouble here now for Memphis coming into this one with Morant going down here again for a little bit of time. Bummer. But Memphis is still pretty hot. They've won 2 straight here right now, and very good record so far for Memphis. 6-4, pretty good start. Portland just 3-7 so far this season. Look, I've got the over here in this game, even without Morant. Just the nature of these two teams, it feels like for me right now. You got so far Memphis has gone over in 7 of their 10 games. Portland's gone over in 3 of their 4 games at home. Showing Cappers liking Portland here in this one. And I think Portland's done a pretty nice job here, actually. I know 3-7 doesn't look too good, but they have covered some spreads here. I don't know if I trust them to win. I'm just going to take over in this game, just like what I saw this week for when Portland, they beat New Orleans. They lost at San Antonio. They lost at Minnesota. They were on a road trip, but they're back home right now. I'm going to take the over tonight with Memphis and Portland.
Final.
All right. And if you got something here, Thomas is on Portland. Robert's on Portland. Fernando on the under, Robert on the under. I went over. I went against my guys here, I'm afraid. Wow, Ray Otachi on Portland. There it is. Portland consensus from Thomas. We're ready to go watch the game, but Thomas says, hey, we can't stick around if we might get a consensus, and we got one. All right. And let's keep it going. One more here. One more. Raptors and Lakers. They steam the under in this one. What? Aren't they paying attention? These Laker games, come on. All these Laker games right now feel like they're all going to go over at this point. They're only 5-4 to the over so far. Toronto 7-3 to the over. I just feel like this one really starting to get away a little bit here. Let me see here. Let me correct it. They steamed it to the under. They steamed it under. And I'm like, what are they doing? Don't they know? Maybe it looks a little high, 236.5. What was that game last night? I lost one of those games. I think I only bet it. I don't think I gave it out, but it was what was the game? The Bulls game where it went way over. No, it didn't go over, but the total had gone up from like 237.5 to 240.5 and ended up like a 238.5 yesterday. This one I've got in the Lakers game here with the Raptors. Let me see here. Pretty sure I'm going over in this one, but maybe I can take these 10 points. Go ahead, chat. Let me see what you've got. I'm hemming and hawing. I want to get this show over with. Toronto's been awesome here against the spread. I probably should take them. They're 8-2. We've been talking about it all the way. They're 2-8 straight up. 8-2 against the spread. This one seems like it's on a platter. Here against the Lakers. You tell me the Lakers are going to come in and cover double digits against anybody right now? I mean, look, the Lakers are fine. There's no doubt they're doing pretty well here. 4-0, undefeated here so far at home against the spread and straight up. But the Toronto Raptors are 0-5 on the road, 4-1 against the spread. They're always getting enough points, it feels like here right now. All right, gang, go ahead. Let's get it going. Tell me what we got in this matchup. Thomas said Raptors. Robert said Raptors. And what else? Robert says, is AD playing? That's got to be a factor if you don't have. I'm sure AD's playing. He's on the list, of course, every day, but I got him listed as probable here today. So, all right, you know what I'm on. I'm on the Raptors here. They're the moneymakers at this point. It doesn't matter here. And Thomas gives us all those consensus play. I don't know. The Toronto almost made it, but Ray, I think, might have kept us off it. He goes with the Lakers. All right, we've got Vikings, Titans, team total under, Cardinals, Arizona Cardinals, and the Portland Trailblazers. I got three more real quick. Let's get it going on the ice. Sharks and Devils. I'm just going to give them out quickly here. Let's get out of here, gang. Sharks and Devils. I'm on the under here in this one with the Sharks and the Devils here. Right now, the total is 6.5, under 15. Look at the Devils price here, $3.50 in this one. Maybe I should just give out a puck line here on the Devils, but I'm not sure they're going to be all that motivated here. Maybe they are. Okay. Quickly here, we're moving fast in this one. I kind of want to give out a few numbers here and not just don't sound like I'm just rattling off plays, but here's some steam. We haven't seen much steam today, and it's in one of those games I was going to preview, but UC Irvine and Northern Iowa. I already said, hey, Northern Iowa took the steam. I'm on Northern Iowa. But also here, under is being steamed right now in Irvine and Northern Iowa, getting steamed here right now on the morning steam. All right, the Minnesota Wild here on the road. They're $1.80 favorite or more here against the Chicago Blackhawks. This has been a dominant series here of late for the Wild here. I'm going to take the Wild on the puck line here in this one against the Blackhawks. I think the Blackhawks might have a tough time offensively here in this one. They're getting ready to kick off. Let's get out of here, gang. Blue Jackets and the Ducks tonight in this one. I'm taking the Ducks at home. I've been talking about how the Blue Jackets are so solid this season on the puck line, right? Well, they're favored here in this game. Actually, they're not anymore. So they're actually an underdog in this game. Yet on the puck line this season, they are not good on the back-to-back. So the Ducks, look, they're a little bit surprised, maybe a bit of a surprise here. They're nothing great. We know that. The Ducks are struggling here at 4-7-2, but they're playing the Blue Jackets here. Yeah, Blue Jackets are 5-6. They keep getting those puck lines, but I'm taking the Ducks tonight with the Jackets on the back-to-back here right after the game last night against the Kings. They were giving up goals left and right, 5-2. I know the Kings are going to be better than the Ducks, but I'm going to take the Ducks here in this one. That's it. That's it for the morning steam, everybody. Here, Robert Franklin says, take the Ducks. Kelly says, take, I think this is her prop there. And I think that's it for the show, gang. All right. Thanks a lot for joining me here on the morning steam. Let's go watch football, you guys. Thanks a lot. I'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pacific, 6 a.m. 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific right here. Follow me at Winnable. Get my plays for the NFL today here or sign up to my free picks over at winnable.com. Check me out right there. Check out the Winnable app. Get all my plays here for today. I'll also have college basketball, pro basketball, NHL. We'll have something else up there too on the free subscription. So please check me out here at winnable.com. There's a Steam play right now to end the show. The show is over. The Steam play is coming here right now in college basketball. Let me give it out to you. Here it is. San Jose State and Hawaii, game total under 137, now 136. I think it's probably going to go to 135. They're going under in the Hawaii game. Thanks for a great weekend, you guys. Will see you tomorrow. We got Monday Night Football, of course. here tomorrow as well. So thanks everybody in the chat, everybody here, like and smash, all that. Thank you, everybody here for the Sports Money Network. I'm Ramon Scott. So long.
Can't escape from the team, call the morning steam. It's time to break, run for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott, running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to